I've built a career on fighting for fairness, and I've done it with one goal: to make sure that no one feels powerless just because they stood up for themselves. Hi, I'm Camilla McKinney, and for over 30 years I've stood beside people who are mistreated at work, who were silenced, pushed out, retaliated against, or wrongfully terminated just for trying to do the right thing. I think my interest in civil rights law is related to my grandfather's work. He was an anatomy professor at Howard University Medical School from, I think it was about the 1930s to 1970s. And during that time, it was the segregation era here in the United States. And Howard Medical School was one of the few schools that provided an opportunity for Black students to obtain a medical degree. So my grandfather was kind of what I think of as a silent or a quiet civil rights leader, because he and others worked to expand opportunities for Black people by making Howard University and the med school a world-class education institution. So for me, I've worked with employees through some of the most difficult chapters of their lives, holding employers accountable in courtrooms before government agencies and in high-stakes negotiations. And I've done it with one goal: to make sure that no one feels powerless just because they stood up for themselves. I've built a career on fighting for fairness, and I'm not just an employment attorney. I'm a strategic litigator, a trusted advisor, and someone who knows what it takes to win against powerful employers, because I've done it for decades. I earned my law degree from Columbia University in New York City and my undergraduate from Yale University. I trained in some of the major law firms in Washington, D.C. when I graduated, and I worked on complex discrimination cases and class action cases. For more than 20 years, I ran my own employment law firm and represented federal and private sector employees across a wide range of workplace issues, including harassment, retaliation, wrongful discharge, and wage violations. I've also advised nonprofits and small businesses, and that gives me a 360-degree view of how workplace disputes unfold and how to resolve them. So my experience means that I don't just understand the law, I understand how employers think and how they operate and how they justify unequal treatment and how to dismantle their defenses piece by piece. Workplace injustice can leave you feeling shocked, isolated, unsure where to turn. When we work together, you'll get a clear understanding of your rights and options, honest feedback on your case, no sugarcoating, no pressure, a strategic plan to pursue whether or not you want to negotiate or your litigation options, and you get a legal partner who will treat your case and your story with the dignity it deserves. I've helped hundreds of clients over these past 30-plus years, but I'd say two stand out for what they did once they resolved their case. One client used her settlement to spend time writing her first book. She was already a very highly accomplished professional, and now she has written several books and is a well-known speaker and a political pundit. I can only hope that I was a factor in helping her achieving her amazing success. Another client that I had recently had health problems and was unable to work. When she finally resolved her case, she and her husband decided to travel the world, a lifelong dream of hers, and now she's a travel blogger. These clients, they did the hard part. They stood up, they spoke out, they survived an unfair system. I hope that you will allow me and the Spiegel Law Firm to take you on the next step on your journey.